everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Fallout 2. Yes, back again. Can't get enough of this game at the moment. This is probably going to be a last session of anything this week, because I'm in Portsmouth for 3 days, so it's a bit of a busy one. And it was easy for me to get a quick session of this up, rather than Baldur's Gate 3, because I've still got all that work to do with Baldur's Gate 3 in terms of rejigging the party after Astarin's disappearing act. So I decided that I'll get a couple of Fallout sessions done, so I'm going to get a session up for you today, which will be Monday, and then a session of this up, hopefully, if I do 2 sessions, record 2 sessions today, get you another session up of this on Tuesday as well, which means that you'll only have Wednesday, Thursday without me present. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm hoping to get at least a couple of sessions of this up this week, so that you can watch something in my absence, so that you've got something to watch rather than nothing at all. So in the last session of this, of course, well, it was a fun one, really enjoyed it actually. We explored some places, we explored the reactor over in Gecko, but the highlight of the session, of course, was us procuring this here car for free, because the delightfully devilish, plain up horrible Morgan ended up getting poor Smitty to install the car parts into it to get it working and to get it really fuel efficient, and then he killed him and took all his money back. Very, very, very hellacious act, but he feels not the slightest bit of remorse for doing it. In fact, he feels absolutely top of the morning, top of the world, because he's got a car, he's got lots of coin in his pack, and he's walking out of the den with a spring in his step. But we have reloaded back to the den rather than where we left off, which was in Modoc, because I realised that we've got to do a couple of things. First of all, we forgot to loot the lockers in Smitty's little shack here. There was a couple of little bits to sell, nothing major. And then we went to Tubby's to do a bit of a shopping. I say shopping spree. We bought one thing, but we sold everything that we've pilfered from those lockers, along with a couple of other bits that we had in our inventory. And we have procured for Sulik a leather jacket. So he's a bit more protected now. So he's got a leather jacket. He's got a leather jacket. We've got, of course, the leather armour. So we've got the best armour, of course, because, hey, we're the party leader. Pulling rank here. So, yeah, so he's got a bit more protection. And because we're feeling a bit flush and fly, and we know where we can get some cheap stim packs, we have given both Sulik and Cassidy a stim pack each for emergency situations, of which there could be many, as we experienced in the last session, as we try to get to the den in the first place. So we start today's session here, fully decked out, fully loaded up with armour and stim packs and everything, and we're good to rock and roll. So without further ado, we're going to step inside our lovely vehicle again, and we are off on our adventures. I love how the music changes because we're in a car now. I'm sure the music is different because we're in the car. So, thought process. I ended the last session in Modoc, and we were going to go due south to go to New Reno. That was the plan. However, we're now in the den again because I reloaded from the quick save rather than the save in Modoc, and I'm kind of thinking to myself, in terms of fuel efficiency, because, you know, we've got to pay for our fuel in the form of microfusion cells, we don't want to be doing too much backtracking, double backing on ourselves and all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of thinking, my first thought was possibly to go all the way back to Vault City to check in with, was it Percy? To tell him that Woody's back, if Woody's not already beat us there, and to make use of the Rad-X and Radaway that he's going to give us, and also the discount that he's going to give us in his store for helping out his mate. He was cheap enough as it was. I'm sure he's confused about pricing, because his prices were ridiculously cheap, but they're going to be even cheaper now that we've saved Woody. So we can probably get stim packs for less than 100 coins. which is ridiculous. So that could be a first port of call, but it's a long way away from here. Just to get some Stimpaks right away in Red X. So, I don't think so. We'll end up there eventually anyway, because we are going to need to install the things that we are getting for the power plant. So the question I ask myself is, do we go to Reading first and perhaps just do a bit of a loop? So Reading would be first, then New Reno would be second, followed by Broken Hills, and then finishing up our round trip in Vault City. That would be the most cost fuel efficient way to do it, and therefore that's what we're going to do. Slight change of plan. So rather than getting straight down to New Reno to then go back to Vault City to sort the power plant situation out, let's do things in a logical order. For the purposes of saving our fuel, we're going to do the trading route. So the trading route is in a circle, pretty much. It's that, Den, Reading, New Reno, Broken Hills, Vault City, and then Modoc, and then, kind of do the loop. So we're gonna do the loop ourselves. So New Reno is on pause for a moment, and instead we're going to head to Reading, which I think from memory was a small mining town or something. We'll find out. But look at the speed, man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This. Oh yeah. Morgan's loving life. The wind in his hair. Oh, he's loving it. Breathe in that, toxic waste dust. Wasteland dust as it comes through your air vents. It's marvellous. Isn't it? Anyway, Reading, here we are. Oh, it's night time. Gold mining town. Okay. Well, lovely place, but it's night time. It's very early. Liking the music. The Malamute Saloon. Yeah, we'll head there. We'll get our heads down, and then in the morning we'll assess the situation and figure out what we want to do here. But yeah, say hello everybody to Reading. What's this? Like some kind of casino or something. Yeah, we're not talking to anybody. We're just going to get our heads down, get some sleep, get some shut-eye, and then we'll be back in the morning to see what's going down. Okie dokie, sorry about that, so just cut short for a moment. So this is the Malamute Saloon, which is where we are looking to rest up until daylight hours. Bit of a piano ditty in the background there. We've got kids running around. Hopefully these aren't like the kids in the den that nick things off you. Keeping a close eye on you, child. Maybe she's nicked something off one of my No. Cassidy's outside. Anyway, let's go speak to the proprietor. Hello there, I'm Lou, owner of the Malamute Saloon, finest house north of San Fran. What's a Malamute? Random question to ask, I suppose, but hey. Just a big dog. Oh, I see. Interesting. Well, I'm interested in getting something here. What are you interested in? Empty bed? Full bed? Ooh. Oh dear. Full bed? That sounds interesting. Tell me more about that, says the young and promiscuous Morgan. Looking for someone to help you warm up that big lonely bed, eh? Let me see who I've got available. Why don't you try Fannie Mae? She ought to be around here. Somewheres. You can make the arrangements with her. Oh, Fannie Mae? Well, we've just got a car for free. who's to say that we can't enjoy our evening, early hours of the morning? Why take an empty bed when you can take a full one? Kickstart your time in town with a bang. And how much is it for an empty room? 40? Fresh, clean sheets? Not that tired. Let me... She hasn't heard of a Gek, nothing important. We know that these people... We know where a Gek is. Well, we've got a lead to a Gek. I suppose we probably would still ask a lot of people just in case they know exactly where a Gek is and it bypasses us having to jump through 50,000 hoops to get the Vault computer access, but I have a sneaking suspicion that's not going to happen. But, well, it's worth asking. San Fran? Quite a way south. And just a titch to the west. Right next to the ocean, don't you know? Don't know why any sane person would want to go that far. Why, is it dangerous? Well, I hear all kinds of things about the whole city being full of nothing but crazy followers of some kind of kooky religion. Crazy followers? Yeah, that's right. I heard they were building some huge device that let them get in touch with their gods. Or something like that. Don't know much for certain. It's a long ways off. Yes. Okay, fine. Right, what was she called? Fannie Mae. Let's see what she's got to purchase. The hell is that? Morningstar Mindscript? What's that all about? Oh, mine workers. Kakaweef Mindscript. Different mines. She has got some coins. She's got a Stimpak 400. This is the going rate. Clearly not the Gecko rate of Stimpak, which was, cheap as chips. Okay. We need to find Fannie Mae. How much is Fannie Mae charging? What's going on in town before we go and get ourselves hunkered down for the evening? Or should we say morning at nearly 4 a.m. We mostly mine gold ore here and trade it to other areas. Gold ore, you say? Yep, just in the north part of town alone there are 2 working gold mines. Ah, and you trade the ore, you say? Yeah, to Vault City in return for medical supplies. We trade ore to the New California Republic in return for fresh Brahmin and other victuals. And we trade gold to the New Reno for chems and booze. Excuse me. Okay, I think we're done here. Right, so we need to go and find Fannie Mae. Because a full bed certainly sounds better than an empty one. Hello, stranger. Hey there, sailor. Come here often? You come here to visit with Fannie Mae? Well, I didn't realise I was here to visit Fannie Mae until I was told about Fannie Mae, and I suppose you happen to be Fannie Mae, and therefore, yeah, I'm here to visit you. Well, aren't you sweet? Acting so bashful and all. It's going to cost you 60 for a visit with me, sugar. Well, it's 40 for a bed without Fannie Mae, and it's 60 for a bed with Fannie Mae. So it's costing us just 20 for Fannie Mae's services. Sounds like a good price to me, says the man with 1959 in his bank account. This is a royal bargain. Definitely worth killing somebody for coin for. You know what I mean. You've been so nice to me, I felt that you really meant something when you did that. I sure wish it was like that all the time. Ooh, so, screen transition was very quick there. Don't know if that's anything to do with Morgan's performance, but, yeah, apparently not, because she had the time of her life. We are experienced now, you know. So, yeah, when you're with me, yeah, it always means something, honey. Oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Me and my fella are going to get away from here and live life straight, just as soon as I can pay off Lou. Pay off Lou? Yeah, well, I owe Lou some money, and I can't leave until I pay her off. But as soon as I do, I'm going to take my bow and get myself as far away from this life as I can. If I could only raise a little extra dough. Can't your boyfriend help you out of the debt? He really wants to, but he's just barely getting by as a miner. We keep hoping he'll make a big strike, but that hasn't happened yet. And last week, a beam fell on him, broke his leg. So he can't work. Now I have to give him what little money I can spare till he gets better. Oh, that's very sad. Sounds as though you two have fallen on some bad times. How much did you say you need? All I need now is $200, and I'm in the clear. My man and I are out of here clean and free. No more strange, grubby people pawing at me all day and night. I didn't mean no offence. Would we feel so attached to Fannie Mae after one, by the sounds of it, pretty good session, to pay off her debt so that she can run off with her boyfriend? Not really. Unless we ended up getting 200 coin from, I don't know, nicking some stuff from this part of town. If we can come across $200 worth of goods that we can sell off, which means essentially we'd be given that $200, not for free, because we've taken something to get that cash, but so that it's not dipping into our current fund, then, do you know what? Fannie Mae, you've done me a good turn. I might just give you that. Alternatively, as a selfish person, if we ever have to come to Reading again, we'd prefer that Fannie Mae remain here. We'll have to debate this quandary a little bit. Sounds sad. Well, you better get busy then. Bye. How awful. 200 tip? Could call it a tip. Morgan's not the tipping kind of guy, though. We'll bear it in mind, Fannie Mae, but right now, 420. Right, well, let's pretend that didn't... What was that, half an hour's job? No, we're going to rest until noon. There we go. Okay, so here we are. That's green. That's the northern part of town. Maybe some mines there. That's the transition point to get us out. We've got a well. We've got some dead animals. A pen. A building. Doc Johnson Supplies. And there is an area to the west. So we'll explore this part of town in today's session. And in the next one, we'll explore other areas. But, yeah. Malamute Saloon, Fannie Mae, we may be back. I mean, we've paid for services here, so that gives us the divine right to be able to explore the whole shebang, right? Rotgut, well, that's going to be that's going to be part of Fannie Mae fund, isn't it? 21 coins. That's also part of Fannie Mae fund. I mean, ultimately, Fannie Mae might be getting a get out of jail free card right now. How much for Rotgut? Is somebody blocking my path? Sulik, old buddy, old pal, you've got to be stepping, my friend, a little bit further than you are. It's like a child, you know, when you try to move a child and they move like in the smallest increments. It's like, no, over there, for heaven's sake. Okay, let's keep exploring. All we need is a semi-decent item in any Scout Handbook. In fact, we've got a Dean's Electronics book as well, so we've got some downtime. So at the end of today's session, we're probably going to, well, not probably, we're definitely going to read both of those books. We've got the Scout Handbook and we've got Dean's Electronics to read yet. A knife. So a knife, rock gut, 21 coins. Getting closer to 200, Fanny May. Your luck may be in. Just from the goods within the... and 2 rocks. Probably, yeah, 1 coin each on the rocks. Let's just quickly check. Is your computer here? Or is that just a desk? Let's have a quick peek here. So how much? 40. 45 and 21, that's 66. Not quite 200 yet, Fanny May, unfortunately for you. Not quite. We're getting there, though. Well, we've looted and plundered this town. How do I get out of here? Jesus, there's no easy way to stop talking to her, is there? Right, okay, clockwise manner. We started here, so we'll go around from here, finish up down there. We'll come out of here. Sort of loaded wagons. Just going to take a quick peek to the west while we're here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Been attacked by rats. And we've also got another place to the north. Great Wanamingo Mine. Okay. So it's semi-hostile area. Not many people. We've got pig rats and mole rats and all the rest of the rats. Well, not that we're scared of a few measly bits of vermin. But we'll deal with this when it's time to deal with this. We'll change him to melee rather than ammunition for when we fight those creatures. But we did also change his script again because he still has had the propensity to do his own thing rather than follow me. Now he's more towing the line, it looks like there, which is good to see. We can't have people doing their own thing, not when I'm in charge. It must fall. That's a fancy door. There's even a bathtub in this outhouse. Mind you, if you're mining gold, then technically speaking, yeah, your place should be pretty much loaded, right? And we've got a local man, a woman who probably works the mines. We've got some caged beasts. Mole rat Mambo. The Last Gasp Saloon. We've got loads of graves. Looks to be... okay. That's the way out of town. Alright. Just taking a little peek. So it's a pretty big place is this town. Good old Reading. Right, okay, so the City Hall, does that say? Something, some kind of hall. It's a gruffy looking man with a large beard. Howdy, my name's Athabasca Dick. Mostly people just call me Dick. Of course, there's some what calls me Athabasca. Mostly they just call me Dick, though. Athabasca. At the basket. What does at the basket mean? Athabasca. Athabasca. That's not so dang hard to say, is it? Criminy. That's just my nickname. Do you really want to know how I got my nickname? Not really. What do you do here, Dick? I work a spell now and then here at the Morning Star. They can always use experienced help. Okay. Anything going on in town lately? Same old thing, mostly. All of us miners working just enough to get our next flight on Jet. Yeah, we know what Jet is from the Den. Let me ask you something else then. Any interesting rumours? Well, not much lately, except about them gold dang Wangamingos. What? You telling me you ain't ever heard of the Wyomingos? No. Well, some say they were here before the A-bombs, H-bombs and all what else hit. Others say they were genetically engineered as weapons. And then there's some that says they're from a whole different planet. Yeah, but what are they? Who cares where they came from? Just tell me what they are, Dick. Well, I don't rightly know what they are exactly, but I can just tell you this. They shut down the Wanamingo mine just west of town a few years back. Okay. Wanamingo mine? Yep. And the Great Wanamingo was the richest strike in these here parts too. But now, nobody'll go near it. Heck, you could even buy it from a Scotty if you wanted to, but nobody will. Who's a Scotty? Ah, Scotty's the mayor. He runs the Scotty's Ace downtown. He takes care of buying and selling a lot of stuff. He's right in the middle of all kinds of things. Okay. Well, get on with the rest of your story. Like I was saying, the Great Wanamingo used to be the richest mine around, but now you could buy it for a song. Is it worth anything? Well, not right now it ain't. Haven't you heard anything I've said? It's filled with them damn Wanamingos. But if someone was to clean the place out, well, that'd be a Brahmin of a different colour. Heck, you wouldn't even have to kill all of them. Why not? What do you mean? Well, there's some stuff in there that the owners of the Morning Star and the Cacaweef mines here in town would sure pay a pretty penny for. What kind of stuff? Well, you see, mines used to be dug out by big machines. Heck, those machines are built to last. Both mines got big diggers. But then here's the money question. The dang little control chips weren't made so tough. Neither mine's got a chip that works. Okay, can you just clarify what you mean? Well, what I'm saying is that either mine owner would pay for one of those digger control chips. Heck, if they had a working machine and the other mine doesn't, they'd shut the other mine down. Oh, buy them out in no time. Oh, well, that's too bad nobody knows where to get one of those chips in, isn't it? Or do they? Squeaky out of your dang ears. I told you where to look for the damn chip, and you been listening to a word I said? The Wanamingo mine had machines, and they were working till the time the mine got shut down. Probably still chips down there, just waiting for someone to come along and take them. I see. So we're asking a bit more about those Wanamingo things. Well, you see, here's the God's honest truth. I know someone who saw one up close, like it was... Time passes. With huge fangs, and it used to... More time passes. What? So now you know. The slaves that used to work the mine blew up the dynamite stores and escaped, rather than face those Wanamingos. Shut down the mine right after, and nobody went back. So where was this mine again? Just west of town. But I heard that some of the Wanamingos been coming into town late at night. So maybe you want to have to go out there to see them. Right. Thank you. Interesting. Interesting development. So there's a Wanamingo mine out west, which we might be able to purchase. I don't know, maybe turn it for a profit. Alternatively, we could go there just to get those chips and sell them to the highest bidder. Money-making scheme cropping up here. Morgan's mind doing overdrive. I see a money-making plan forming, he says. Hello. So this is the mayor's place, by the sounds of it. Old casino. Place your bets. Minimum bet $5. Place your bets. Do you know what? We're feeling a bit flush today. Give me a $5. Better luck next time. Is that it? Is that all you get for your $5? Oh, is that lucky dice? It'd be cool to get a fuzzy pair for your car. Is that a thing? Pimp it out with some fuzzy dice? Who's this? Hello there. Welcome to the fine city of Reading, and welcome to my casino. Everyone's an ace here at Escorties. I'm Escorty, proprietor and mayor of this fine town. Okay. Well, pleased to meet you, Escorty. Have you heard of anything called a Garden of Creation? Garden of Eden, rather. Creation Kit. Garden of Eden Creation Kit? I think they made Vault City out of one of those. All of the vaults were supposed to have one. But there sure ain't one around here nowheres. Alright. Thanks very much. What exactly do you do here, Mayor Escorty? I run this here casino, and I help to run things in town. I keep track of things like deeds and such. Deeds to what, might I ask? All kinds of private property. Why, right now I have a Jim Dandy of a deed for sale. Do you now? Yes, it's the deed to the great Wanamingo mine, just outside of town. I can sell it to you for only $1,000, too. Special offer. Just your luck to hit me on a generous day like this. And the catch is? No catch at all. You just have to evict some of the squatters that have taken up residence there. No hardship at all for a rugged customer like yourself. I can tell you more if you'd like. Yes, please. Well, there are some dang critters in there that need to be killed before anyone will work the mine. If I were you, if and you were to buy the deed and then kill off the critters, interesting. I'd be happy to buy the deed back off you for a nice profit. How much of a profit? Heck, more than double. I figure that's the least of your time's worth to you. I couldn't afford to pay any more than that. There's still a lot of work that needs to be put back into the mine before I can start to turn a profit with it. Okay, so we go down there, we clean them out, we double our money, and maybe get one of those chips on top. Could be a very profitable venture. How much again? I wanted to ask about, there was something else that we could have asked him about the deed here. What do you do here? Deeds. What's that? Tell me more. Yeah, why don't you clear it out yourself if it's so profitable? I can't really do that. I'm not a real danger-seeking kind of guy. I know my strengths, and fighting just isn't one of them. Now, you look like a real tough hombre. This should be just up your alley. I'll think about it. Okay, and let's also ask about the critters as well. Yeah. Does he know more about these Wanamingos? Nasty teeth and suckers or some such. Not too intelligent, but nasty close up. Okay. Right, that's fine. Okay, so yes, definitely an interesting proposition to be had here. Definitely an interesting proposition. Not just yet, though. We'll explore the entire town first, and then we'll decide whether we're going to crack on with this one. I've got a sneaking suspicion we are going to crack on with this one. Hey, for getting double our money and selling chips to other mines and getting more cash through that means, I mean, good old Fannie Mae, have 200 caps, my dear. Not a problem at all. To be fair, we're probably releasing her before we get to any of this. But anything else going on in town lately, Mayor Escorty? Lately, our gold shipments have started to slow down because the miners are spending too much time flying high on jet. I see. And is there any work in town for a budding entrepreneur such as myself? Well, there's the sheriff, and then the mine owners are looking for someone to retrieve some kind of part for one of their machines. Ah, the machines that need a chip, you mean? So, tell me about the sheriff. I understand that Sheriff Earl Marion is looking for someone to fill in for him until his bum leg heals up a fetch. May I go talk to him? His office is just south of here, across the street. Okay. And the mine owners? I don't know too much about it. You should go talk to either Dangerous Dan McGrew at the Morning Star Mine or to Marge LaBarge at the Cacaweath Mine. They're both just north of the downtown area here, across from the graveyard. Thanks. Okay. Thank you very much, Mayor. Who's this? Oh, this is a trader. Through some bats. Ooh, he's got a nice amount of coin, actually. 45. Boop, 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 boop. Right, nothing else. Thanks very much. Who's this guy? Play friendly. Yeah, I don't think we're... Ooh, ooh, hang on. There's a way down here. Yeah, to unlock this door probably would anger the guards, I would suspect, so... But interesting why there's a manhole cover here. Okay, bear it in mind. Let's go speak to the sheriff. Child, you can't move children. You can only move your companions. She better move, or he. Pretty swiftish. There you go. Go, 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 go! Right. Welcome to the big city. It is quite big, actually. Typical well. Oh. Oh, hang fire. Oh. So that must be up in... Oh. That must be up into the mayor's office thing. Which means that we can get into the mayor's office without going through the locked door, which means we could loot and plunder it. Oh, hang fire, folks. Okay, again, we'll bear this in mind. Wanamingos? That looks like a Wanamingo to me. Don't know about you guys. Oh, something else here too. Okay, so there's an underground cave system here. And these are Wanamingos. I mean, they look pretty frightening. This could be our little tester. If we can't deal with a couple of them in this little cave system here, then we're probably not going to be able to deal with a mine full of them. So, yeah. Mayor's office, loot and plunder spree. Some kind of living quarters here with another ladder going up somewhere here. Okay. We'll definitely bear this in mind. Definitely bear this in mind. Right. We'll probably explore the overground areas of this town first, and then we'll explore the underground area of this town, and then we'll decide whether we're going to take on the Wanamingo mine. So there's a fair few things to do here. Busy little place. A little bit of a distraction from our mission, but we came here because it's part of the loop. So we'll definitely keep checking things out. Right, this looks like the sheriff, a powerful-looking black man. Howdy there. My name's Earl Marion. I'm the sheriff in these here parts. Sounds downright picturesque, don't it? Well, that's my job. Yeah, what do you do in town? What a line. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. Keep the peace, mostly. At least that's what I'd be doing if I didn't have this leg all busted up. What happened to your leg? I was going out to meet a caravan, and it was late, so I took a nap. Next thing I knew, a damn gecko was trying to make the lunch out of my kneecap. Damn thing almost had it. Another good bite, and I'd be sitting down permanent like. So your leg's still in bad shape then? Well, I wasn't much of a dancer before this happened, and I reckon I won't be afterwards neither. I can gimp around, but Doc Johnson said I better not if I want it to heal right. Sure could use some help, though. Who's Doc Johnson? Good old painless Doc Johnson's our town doc. You have a toothache or a broken bone, he'll set you to right. He'll also sells medicine, all kinds, if you get my drift, for whatever ails you. Okay, he's just down here. So you need some help, do you? This job may be a bit too tough for you. Come back when you've got a bit more experience under your belt. Oh, interesting. So, it must be assessing our level, which makes me feel like this part of town that we're in is probably higher level than we would care it to be. So those Wanamingos are probably highly dangerous. Okay. Level 5. Okay, so ask the sheriff for help on his job, or to help him with his job. We'd have to be a higher level, which is quite, as I say, quite worrying, considering that we are here. But we can always return. Oh, who are you? Hello there, young fella. What can old Widow Rooney do for you? Not a right lot, Widow Rooney. I was just looking around. Nice place you got here. Okay. Next. Got a door here. Just a regular townsperson. Child. Another building here. More townspeople. Oh! I am Madame Majeska. What do you wish of me? What do you do here, Madame Majeska? Lately I don't do much at all. I used to run part of Lou's operation at the Malamute Saloon, but we had a falling out, so I quit. Okay. Any interesting rumours that you know of? All I hear about are politics. That always seems to be the big stir in discussion. What do you mean? Have you ever seen a grease Brahmin contest? No. What they do is grease up a Brahmin calf, and then everyone in the crowd tries to catch the calf. If you can't catch it yourself, you make damn sure nobody else can either. Okay, what's that got to do with politics? In this game, Redding is the grease Brahmin, and a golden one at that. New Reno, the New California Republic, and Vault City are all trying to catch us, or at least keep the others from catching us. What do you mean? Here in Redding we mine gold. Then we ship it to New Reno, the NCR, and Vault City in return for goods. Each of those places would like to have the gold and the trade all to themselves. So why don't they just attack you and take it then? We're big enough and far enough away to make a takeover expensive as well as dangerous. Much more efficient to have us join willingly. What do you mean? The three powers are trying to get Redding to choose which side to ally themselves with. They've all got powerful allies in town, and it looks like things are coming to a head. Soon, Redding's gonna have to make a choice. A choice? The grease on this Brahmin calf is getting a bit thin. Soon, one of the powers is going to have to make a major play to take Redding before the others do. When that happens, people are going to get hurt. A lot of people. And who's working for whom? I'm not altogether sure, but I think the lineup's like this. Dan McGrew's all for New Reno. Marge LaBarge is for the NCR. Doc Johnson's for Vault City. And I don't know yet who Mayor Escorti's for. How can these people help a takeover? I think that the folks here will follow Mayor Escorti's lead. He's a crook, but people trust that. He'll go with whoever's strongest. You see, whatever's good for Escorti is also going to be good for Redding. I think he just hasn't figured out who's closest to being on top yet. But he's got to choose soon. Oh, this is very interesting. So this could be there could be a whole little side play going on here that we could probably influence. Let's have a look at a bit more of this politics. Right. So, this is just asking who the people are. So, who is Marge LaBarge, for example? So, she's the owner of the Cacaweef Mine. She's more of an NCR type. Dan McGrew will be the owner of the Morningstar Mine. And he's New Reno. So, New Reno, she's NCR. Doc Johnson is Vault City. Planted, she thinks. And Mayor Escorti is just waiting to see what's going down. Okay, that is definitely... Oh, hang fire. What does she barter? Ooh, SMG. Wow, SMG. If we had better steel skill, we'd give it a try probably, but not right now. So, last but not least then, once Solid gets the hell out of the way, would be to visit Doc Johnson. Hello, I'm Doc Johnson, and my professional opinion is that you are looking a mite poorly. Need me to fix you up? No, I'm fine, but I want answers to questions. What would you like to know? Why do they call you painless, Doc Johnson? It's because my patients usually pass out before they get to screaming too much. It's kind of a joke. Comforting. I hear that Redding has been having a problem with its exports lately. We sure do. Too much jet, not enough work. But where did you hear about that? McClure in Vault City told me. Oh, I know McClure. He's on the Vault City Council. What did he tell you? That mine production is way down and gold prices are way up. Yeah, that's true. Miners are getting high on jet instead of working, so exports are down and prices are up. The situation can't last. That's not good. Okay, anything else going on in town that you would care to divulge? Lately, it seems as though more miners are spending their time flying on jet than mining. If this keeps up, Redding's gold production will come to a halt. New Reno doesn't seem to mind, though. Where does the jet come from? All of the jet here in town is shipped here from the Mordino family in New Reno. Comes mostly in bulk packages, and then I process it into user ampoules. So I end up selling all of it right here. Must make a tidy profit out of that. I fill the user ampoules with jet and then distribute it purely as a service to the people of Redding. I don't make a profit doing it. If I didn't do it, then some other quack would be preparing the chem with germ-encrusted rusty equipment. I'd never get this population disease-free after that. Oh, what a nice guy. How very noble. I'll thank you not to use such heavy sarcasm when you say that. Call it nobility if you like. I prefer practicality. The mine owners pay me a stipend to keep the miners relatively healthy and able to work. If I let someone else work with the jet, I'd never be able to do the job I'm paid to do. Okay. Got any medical supplies? I might be able to provide you with some supplies. Let's see what you've got in trade. Whoa, super stims. 50,000 caps, perhaps? No, just one. 525, that's not much more expensive than a regular stim, unless his regular stims are really cheap. 262. Okay, so he's pretty cheap. Not as cheap as Percy, but cheaper than most. They're usually about 480, so that's pretty decent. And they're not bad for a full-on super stim. Okay. We like you, Doctor. We won't be sarcastic next time, I feel. If you're going to be selling stuff to us that reasonably. Thanks for now, Doctor. Wow. Wow, wowzers. Right, okay, I don't know how long this video is going to be. It's going to be probably about an hour because I had to take a phone call halfway through it. So, we'll be cutting that out, obviously. Yeah, Reading is quite an involved place. We've got some political play going on, which we might be able to influence. We've got mining operations to the north to explore in the next session. Speak to the mine owners and see what else is going down there. We've got a job with the sheriff that we can't get because we're not high enough level yet, but we might level up whilst we're pottering about here and doing a few odds and sods. In the west, we've got some rat-infested part of town, which would be worth exploring because there might be some lootable stuff there. And once we've finished all of that, we've got an underground section to town, which we can access through the well here, and access maybe other areas of town that's off limits. I don't know, because we might want to steal some stuff. And then after we've done all of that, if we were so inclined to want to do so, we might be able to head west to the Wanamingo mine to clear it out, to double up on a profit on a deed, and maybe sell a chip for some kind of digging machinery thing, which also might net us further profits. So, you know, with his intelligence, higher level of intelligence, and entrepreneurial nous, Morgan is sensing that in this part of town, there's profits to be made. So we'll get to making those profits in the next session and beyond. So join me for that as we explore the rest of Reading and Morgan tries to forge his path to riches. Until then, though, have a good day, and I'll see you soon.